Story time about how I was almost kidnapped. So a little background information, I was 13, and it was the summer going into 9th grade. I was on a road trip with my family, and we needed to stop for some gas. So we stopped at some random gas station, and we see this lady get out of her car and walk in. No big deal though. So we're inside and we're waiting in line to use the bathroom. So we were in the front of the line, and then that lady was behind us, and then there were a few people behind her. So as we're standing in line, she FaceTimes some guy, and then she starts pointing the camera at people around the store, and she would be like, "Oh, do you like this?" And he would say yes or no. Well, then she points the phone at me, and then he goes, "Yeah, that's the one." And my mom and I were super creeped out about this because she was being super loud and she was taking a really long time at this gas station. So my mom goes into the bathroom, and then she starts to talk to me. She starts asking how old I am, where I'm from, and if my mom and I were here with anybody else. Like for part 2. Part 2 about how I was almost kidnapped. So like I said, she starts to talk to me and ask me super personal questions, and I'm being vague about everything that I possibly can be. So I go in, I use the restroom after my mom, we grab some snacks, and then she follows us around the whole store, and she didn't even use the bathroom. So we leave the store and we saw the car that she got out of, and it was parked right next to our car, when originally it was parked all the way across the parking lot. And I'm guessing the man who she was on FaceTime with was in the car, and he was sitting right where my car door was. So my mom and I decided to walk around a little bit, and this lady is just following behind us the whole time. So we call my dad, who was across the street at another store. We told him about the situation, so he comes and picks us up, and then he sees the car pick the lady up, and they start following us. So then they followed us for about 25 to 30 freaking miles, and then they ended up turning off on some random road. And I have a feeling if my mom and I didn't pay such close attention to what they were doing, I would have been kidnapped and trafficked.
Once there lived a pair of twin sisters who loved each other deeply, so deep that they would share everything they had. It just so happened that they got married at the same time, and then got divorced very soon at the same time. But little did they know, one of them was pregnant. So the pregnant one said, "Don't worry, sis. Whatever is mine is yours too. We will share this baby." They even had it documented that the other one will be the baby's second guardian. Soon after that, a cute little baby girl was born. The aunt held the baby in her arms lovingly. "Oh, she's such a cutie. And look, she has my eyes." "Huh? You must be kidding. Give her to me. Let me hug her first. And oh, look at her. Isn't she a little tiny version of me?" Well, that baby was me. And ever since then, I've been living the craziest life with 2 crazy moms who were head over heels in love with me. I'm Belinda. Please like and subscribe. My mom and Aunt Celine had once been the closest pals, but no one would ever believe that now, because the only thing they always did was fight over me. Belinda spoke her first word. She said, "Ummy." Can you believe that? What? I'm sure you've misheard mommy. That's me. What's an Ummy anyway? It's short for aunt plus mommy. That's me. I always knew she liked me more. But mom wasn't taking it. She started pulling me from aunt's hands, but she wasn't letting me go either. The struggle went on until I fell on the bed and screamed. On my 5th birthday, we all went to Disneyland, and it was so much fun. My aunt went to the restaurant to order lunch. While we were waiting, I suddenly spotted Mickey Mouse, and he seemed to be waving right at me. I immediately ran through the crowd to see him. He hugged me, and we even danced. And when I turned back to go to Mom, I couldn't see her anywhere. Oh my God, was I lost? I ran around crying, but thankfully some staff took me to the announcement area, and my mom and aunt came rushing there in seconds. "Oh my God, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't notice you had gone." "You didn't notice your own daughter? How amazing you are. I shouldn't have left her alone with you in the first place." She lifted me up in her arms and took me to the restaurant, and I forgot all my tears when I saw food in front of me. But later that night, I saw Mom crying in her room. She hugged me as soon as I entered. "I'm so sorry, darling. I never thought I'd be so stupid. Your aunt was right to be angry. I almost lost you."
"Mommy, it's okay. I'm just fine, and I love you."
But after that incident, the tension between Mom and Aunt just kept growing. When it was my time for school, though, both came together for the first time and chose a fancy private school. On my first day, Mom woke me up extra early. And spent 2 hours doing my hair. When I went to the dining hall, all ready, Aunt Celine gasped. "What on earth have you done to her hair?" "Gosh, let me fix it." She then untied my hair and put some colorful clips in it, which looked pretty cool.
Aunt Celine, this is so nice. Can you do my hair every day?
Of course, honey. Why am I even here? Why am I even here then?
Mommy, do you hear that? That's the school bus. See you two later. Love you.
Love you too, my dear. I think she said that to me. God, I just ran away and waited at the street corner till the bus came. Years passed, and I was doing pretty great at school. Except I was the kid with 2 moms at every parent-teacher meeting, 2 moms at Mother's Day, 2 moms cheering me at every event. I loved them, but they could sometimes be embarrassing when they started fighting over me publicly. Then one day in the 9th grade, my aunt brought home a boy my age and said he was going to stay with us for a while. He's Harry, my friend's only son. As she's going to France for a business trip, I told her I'll take care of Harry these 6 months. 6 months? Are you crazy? We barely know him. Aunt paid no attention to Mom and took him in. But the worst part was that his room was right next to mine, and he kept playing loud music on his guitar all night long. I could barely focus on anything. I marched into his room and knocked on his door. "Hey, Mr. Harry Styles, less noise, please." He opened the door with a wide smile. "Oh my God, what did you just call me? How did you know he's my music idol?" Okay, whatever. Just keep it down. I'm trying to prepare for the National Poetry Competition. You write poems? Let's hear one. Maybe I can write music for it. Oh my God, we could start our own band. Who was this dummy and why was he here? I just walked away and he went right back to playing as loudly as ever. A few days later, it was my 15th birthday, and like every year, it was a war between my moms to decide everything for the party. But in the end, they threw a great one with all my friends from school, and Harry even played some songs, and he was actually pretty good. After he finished playing, I went over to him. "Okay, I have to admit, I really like your songs." "Whoa, that's a biggie coming from you. Thanks, Mrs. Shakespeare." I laughed and he pulled me onto the dance floor. But just then, someone pulled me away. It was Mom. "What's going on here? Is this boy flirting with you?" "So what if he is? He's a gem. I know him like his mom." "But I don't know him or his mom. And I don't want him and Belinda getting so close." And she took my hand and started walking. But my aunt took my other hand and tried to stop me. With everyone at the party staring at us, I got really pissed off. When would they stop treating me like a child? I pulled away from both and ran from there. I was sitting on the stairs in the hallway when Harry joined me. "Hey, sorry about that. You want to get out of here?" I immediately said yes and sneaked out for my own party. He took me to his favorite spot, an ice skating rink. "Wow, this place is amazing, Harry, but I don't know this game." It's simple. All you have to do is skate on the ice. Come on, I'll teach you." He was teaching me so well, and I was loving it. After some time, I got so excited that I left Harry's hand and started skating by myself. I was just flying. But right after, I fell down hard and hit my head. Harry took me straight to the hospital, and I was fine, but I had to get a few stitches. When Mom and Aunt arrived, they went bonkers. I knew it. I knew this boy just meant trouble. "Celine, see? You brought this bad influence into my daughter's life." "Mom, stop. You're making my head feel worse. Harry didn't do anything. It's me. I agreed to go skating with him. I left his hand and fell down." Everyone looked so tense. Harry told Aunt that he'd leave and stay with some cousin of his. I mouthed sorry as he left. We'd just started being friends, and my moms had driven him away. The doctor said I needed to rest completely for a week, and this meant I had no chance to study for the poetry selection test. But it was really important for me to take it. I was really tense on the day of the exam, and when it started, I totally blanked out. I was biting my pen and staring at the window when I suddenly spotted Aunt Celine waving at me. What was she doing here? She sneaked closer to the window and waved at me. I glared at her and mouthed at her to leave, but she threw a paper ball straight at me. It missed me and fell on the floor just near the teacher's shoes. He picked it up and saw it was a cheat sheet from some poem collections. And he also saw Aunt at the window. I knew I was doomed. The teacher took me to the principal, who instantly disqualified me from the national competition and suspended me for a month. Hearing that, Aunt lost it and begged the principal to give me another chance. "No way, Miss Celine. We don't